Hi guys, and welcome to sunny Bulgaria.
Sunny Bulgaria, yes.
And we're enjoying sunny Bulgaria.
We are, however.
It's Friday morning,
Friday the 13th.
the day before we leave, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why we're so upset.
It's been a funny week.
It's been kind of like this.
Yeah. I don't think we've said this to anyone yet.
No.
Not on the tube, or not on the channel anyway.
No.
Is that we have had an offer on the house in the UK.
Mm-hmm. And we've
which has been accepted, and the paperwork is allegedly all going through, so we've just now got to wait until that's done.
Wait for the cooks.
Wait for what?
The cooks.
Oh yeah,
the
clock's to
legal
turn.
cooks.
See what happens.
Yeah.
So it'll take as long as it takes. Obviously, it could take anywhere between sort of 8 to 12 weeks. We know that. It does put us in a bit of a situation because it means that our moving date could be mid to late November-ish. So that makes it coming over for winter, which is, looking at the house and the way it is at the moment, probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think I want to stay in the house.
So we've looked at other alternatives, haven't we? So Nicky's put a shout out to see if anyone locally, or localish, to the Chirpan area has got anything to rent, or you need someone in there for the winter to look after it.
Yeah.
We're
won't have to
available.
winterise because we'll just look
We're available. Just so that it means that we could be nearish, and obviously the closer the better, but we can then get the works done without quite the urgency. What this week has kind of shown us is that some of the plans that we thought we were thinking of doing have changed a little. So great news. Hopefully the house sale will go through, and that'll be great.
Yeah. It's a long road.
Yeah, it's a long road. Okay, so some of our plans have changed from what we thought we were going to do to what we now consider we're going to do.
Yes, because we've kind of we've been round around the house, haven't we, several times, and things like sockets. I mean, you have to try and imagine you're living there. So we have spent this week literally imagining we're living here.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are we going to use the space? And that's obviously what's made the changes apparent.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
We've realised that certain things are going to work better if we do something different to what we'd originally thought we could do.
All the connections are really seized, like they're old, and we know from previous experience
that
you touch them and
sometimes
you end up with flood, don't you?
So you get the here with all the tops. They tend to have these sort of metal flexi tube, which can go rusty and brittle.
Yeah.
We lived here for 11 years before. We've seen it happen many times.
Yeah.
Not so much ours. We were quite lucky, but we know that other people have done it where the pipes just burst, or just as bad is the actual washer or the nut that tightens up. If you touch it, it just disintegrates. It's fine when you leave it alone, but as soon as you go to move it, it disintegrates. And that was the problem. I looked under the sink and just thought, I haven't got the tools, I haven't got the parts to be able to rectify it quickly and simply. And
also because of our experience earlier on in the week, we've had a bit of a problem with the water, in that there was a leak when we turned it on. There was a leak. We tried to get the washing machine to work, and there was a bit of a leak, unfortunately, to the washing machine, wasn't there? So, and then also because Darren had to go and turn off the water quickly, not because of that.
It's a.
I think when you first turned on the mains,
I think it was the paint. I think it was the paint that was keeping it stuck on there.
It's really thin. So the handle. I think when you first put on the mains, the handle broke immediately. So when he had to urgently turn off the water because there was this leak spouting out.
Obviously, it completely snapped.
Yes, he had to quickly go and turn it off. And as we've learned, you can turn it off, and then if you turn it too far, it turns it back on again. So that was quite a trying time at the beginning of the week. and it was really hitting me down. Obviously, we're going to pay for better parts and make sure that there's a tap, an internal tap to turn the water off for starters, which would have made all the difference, wouldn't it? To isolate, like the sink and the boiler and all that sort of thing.
We know it's, this week is effectively camping indoors.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to July, this is luxury.
It's glamping for you. Yeah.
This is proper luxury. We've got a fly net on the door.
Well, it's because you've got a woman's touch now.
I think it's because you didn't want to live the way I did.
Yeah, that's true. That's certainly true.
Yeah, so we've got a fly net. The bed, the mattresses are on bases.
Yeah.
There's even wardrobe and cupboards in the room, for crying out loud. So I mean,
it
definitely
looks like
posh.
a proper bedroom, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And we've even got a leopard print blanket on the floor as well, so it's like a rug.
Nice. Very classy.
Well, that gives it a nice soft touch.
Yeah.
The people that were living here before, we were left with a microwave and a washing machine, and they both work. We were left.
Just quite fortunate.
Yeah.
That's been useful.
Because I did have my reservations about the washing machine, because usually people don't leave washing machines unless they're broken, and it's usually the spin. So I thought, we're going to end up with a washing machine full of washing and loads of water, and have to somehow pump it out. But no, it's all worked. It's been really, really good actually. So I'm not going to bother bringing our washing machine over. Just use that one until it breaks.
Well, you wanted to get a new one anyway, didn't
Yeah.
you? So that just answers that. We've got
So
something
yeah, and
temporary.
we've been left crockery, cutlery. We've been left so many useful things, So yeah, I feel quite lucky that we've got everything pretty much. We've only had to buy a couple of bits.
We don't need anything else, do we?
No, well,
It's sorted.
We do. So,
On Wednesday,
Wednesday.
we went to Haskovo to get some tools and some bits and pieces from Mr. Bricolage. Now, previously, my experience is with Home Max, and the service there was absolutely appalling.
yeah, and not being funny, but generally, customer service in Bulgaria, it's not like in the UK, where you're forced to be all smiley and helpful and customer is king and all the rest of it. That's not so in Bulgaria. Customer is not king.
When you go into shops and things like that, certainly the bigger stores,
Yes.
people are less likely to help you. If you go to a little shop, they're very polite and helpful, I think.
Yeah,
Places like
me.
the municipality, they're very helpful.
We both work in retail, and it is drummed into you that you just swallow any frustrating customer that comes your way.
Even if a customer's an arsehole, they're right.
Exactly, they're always right. Here, definitely, especially with all the official stuff, they work at their own pace. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, they do, but we haven't had an issue with that.
No, we haven't.
So
We haven't. You just have to be patient. There is no point trying to rush them or anything like that, because they won't rush. Okay.
There's
So
no
one
point.
thing to learn about Bulgaria is
Take the
definitely
time.
patience. Take your time.
Take
Have
time.
plenty of time, and that's one thing.
It'll get done.
That's one thing I'd forgotten, that you cannot rush people in officialdom. Or
No, you
like
can't.
that.
There's no point. You just go
No.
with the flow. So it is what it is. Generally speaking, I think when you speak some Bulgarian, I think it does help. At least making an effort certainly seems to help. Keep, polite, smiley. They're just doing the job at the end of the day. Same as we would be in the UK. You're just doing your
For a
job.
lower pay,
and
obviously.
everybody, all you want in your life is just to get stuff done. And go about being happy and polite as you can be.
So going back to Hasbro, Mr.
So
Bricolage,
back
we
to
went
Mr.
in there,
Bricolage.
not expecting anything.
No,
Just
we didn't.
yeah,
We didn't.
after the Home Max experience.
Yeah,
that we
I
had.
thought we'll see how it goes. But the service was absolutely fantastic.
It was amazing.
Really good.
We had our own personal shopper called George.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it was supposed to be our personal shopper.
But it felt like
he
it.
was just very attentive.
Yeah.
Not only answering the questions about what we initially asked
And
about.
spoke perfect
He
English.
was asking if there was anything else that we were looking for, and was taking us and showing us where they were in the store. So that was really, really useful. Saved us some time, and he was really knowledgeable about the product. And it was the whole experience was really, really good.
It was.
And we got a whole load of tools and things that were useful. Which we've used most of them already this week.
Yeah, we can
So
highly
for Mr.
recommend
Bricolage, big
Bricolage
thumbs up for
in
them.
Haskovo. For
Thank
sure.
you, George, and everybody
Yeah.
else there. The
Yeah.
girl behind
The
the
girl at
counter
the
was,
cashier desk
cashier was
was
really
lovely
nice
as
as
well.
well. So
Yeah. Yeah.
They were all very helpful. Even the guys that couldn't speak English were extremely helpful and tried to help. And in the end, it was just a case of, well, I'll just get George.
Yeah.
And there was another guy as well. Actually, I didn't catch his name. But thought, we'll get these guys, and they'll help you, just so we make sure that you know exactly.
Yeah.
Just in case there was any.
So we left there feeling really positive.
Yeah, really
didn't
positive.
we?
Yeah, very good. One really good thing that happened this week is we managed to see
Our window guy,
Yeah, the window guy.
Nico,
And his lovely.
and his lovely wife, Diana. Yeah. They came all the way from Greece to see us.
Kind of.
Okay, so they'd been.
They took a rather large detour to come and see us.
To come and see us.
Um, The reason we were so pleased about it is because the house in Oriovica, Nico did the windows there.
Where we used to live.
We were really, really pleased with him. As I said, the job he did on the Oriovica house was fantastic. So we thought if we could have got him to do the windows, at least it's someone we know and trust. So on Tuesday, they came here.
Came over here, yeah.
Went through the entire house, all the windows, doors that we want done, etc., and fly nets and everything else. And so that was a positive. A couple of things he pointed out we hadn't really thought of.
No, but that's usually the way.
Yeah, of course it is. That's one of the reasons we wanted to deal with him. A couple of bits to do with fly screens that we hadn't thought about. The windows, which way they're going to open, the type of window we're going to have, the style of the windows, etc.
It's a lot to think about, and you don't really.
Yeah, there's a lot you
about
don't
it
probably think.
Until you sit
That you
down
wouldn't
and go
think.
through
You just
it,
think, oh, you can do this. That's easy. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then you look at it and go, actually.
Yeah, because you do have
not
to
sure
think
that's gonna
about
work.
where your furniture's going to be for the opening of the window. Like, is the window going to open onto something, like onto our fridge freezer in the kitchen? Or,
Well, originally you'd wanted the sort of the 3 panes, didn't you?
Yeah.
But the windows aren't actually very
They're
wide.
not wide.
So we realised that they would be like this.
Yeah.
Because obviously with the
They have
framework,
got 3 panes.
with the framework of the actual window as well, it just wouldn't look so good. So we've changed the style of what we were going to have.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that being done.
Oh, it would make a big difference to the house for sure. Obviously, all the shutters are.
And he reckons he can do it within a month, which is which is really good. I'm really pleased.
So
with
they're
that.
already on order. So that's one
So
one
at least
of the
that'll
big things.
get it watertight from the window point
But
of view.
we were hoping.
Bug tight.
Yeah, bug tight.
Disappointed we haven't heard the owls this time.
I've heard
the
a little owl
the
on the first
owl,
night. I've
but we haven't
definitely
heard the
heard a
barn
little.
owl close
No.
by or anything. So
But you were moaning about that last time, so make up your mind.
I think I'd rather have it than not.
We've had one night of rain, so and it was actually really nice listening to it, and it's also given us a bit of reassurance because the roof isn't leaking as far as we can see.
That's fine.
I mean, it didn't rain heavy, but it did rain constant, and it was a lovely sound. Hear an eagle, can't you?
I can hear something. I can't work out what it is.
A buzzard or something. Yeah.
So they run away and get my camera.
And there's still some nature here. There's still the bee eaters are still here, but unfortunately the orioles aren't. We haven't heard those. But we have heard some starlings doing an impression of orioles. Because quite often I go, there's an oriole, but it's not. It's starlings, and they're very clever that they can mimic different birds. And in the UK, the starlings there don't do orioles, so I think definitely starlings.
They mimic.
They learn how to
They mimic.
mimic orioles or any other bird for that matter. Here it comes. Where is it? Oh yeah. Yeah.
The two. Sounds like
So the frustrating
too
thing
hot.
for me this week, that's all the other one.
Yeah.
The frustrating thing for me this week has been that I've not done much in the way of walking, and I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I run, and I cycle, and then I go to work, and then I'll have a walk, and then I'll have a walk in the afternoon. So because we've been busy with official stuff and shopping, and we've wanted to be in the garden obviously, so I'm happy with that. We've not walked very much, have we? But obviously I can see, it's frustrated me a little bit, but I can see what my life will be like it was before. It means I can get up,
I think
go for a walk while it's cool,
point.
which I did this morning.
This is what I was saying earlier about your expectations about what we can and can't achieve, as opposed to what we can achieve, because everything
Once we're
takes that bit longer.
Yeah.
Just clearing this bit of the garden's taken
Yeah,
at least
I'm going to
a day.
show you the pile of vegetation that
That
we've
we've cut
taken
down,
out
yeah.
just in this little bit,
Yeah, exactly.
mostly of garden. So this pile here is what we've cut from the front garden. We've taken down some tree branches to thin them out a bit, and then all the rest. So it's taken probably the best part of 2 days. Yeah, it's quite a lot. That's just for the front garden, essentially.
We only even looked at
No.
obviously the main section of garden.
I don't know how we're going to look after that.
It will be fine. Sit on mower definitely seems like a good idea at the moment.
So anybody looking to buy a property in Bulgaria, when you think about all the land that you can get with it, try and visualise, can you really manage it? I mean, at our age...
I think it's a lot of what you're going to do with it, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we'd like to just kind of
keep it wild,
bit. Just put some fruit trees in and some bushes and things like
but
that.
Even,
just keep the rest of it
even
cut.
the fruit trees we've got, which aren't that many, thankfully, I think, that's my apple. I don't know whether it was ready to pick.
They've fallen off.
I know, I love how I just pick them from the tree. Yeah, but even with the few trees we've got, you know, when all the fruit falls on the floor, you've got to do something with it. Obviously, we're not here to do anything with it.
I was going to say, if you're here, you're going to use it anyway, aren't
so
you?
if you have loads and loads...
What do you do with medlar?
Yeah,
I've got no idea.
No idea what
Tiny
you do
little
with
fruit.
Medlar.
Tiny little things, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that.
Must be something you do with them. I know it's
And
supposed to be
obviously I
fish
can't wait when we're living here and we can do stuff with the fruit, and we will plant a few trees, but we're not having an orchard, which is what I thought we were going to do.
See, I kind of disagree to some extent, I said, because when you're here, you've got something every day. So as long as you're doing it regularly,
yeah, but
it's
how
fine.
many jars of jam do you want?
You can keep on. I'm not,
Seriously.
I'm not even thinking for us. I'm thinking for the
You're
nature.
thinking for the birds. So we're just going to grow. We're just going to waste water and buy trees.
You don't water your trees.
You do when they're young, when they're
established. I mean, when they're like this, nobody's watered these trees this year.
Even though we've got 2 wells, we have checked.
No
thanks. I've just shined this one up. Look
looks
at it.
nice. Yeah.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Have a bite.
I will in a minute.
Live.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Is it as nice as it looks?
Talking about the garden, even though we've got 2 wells, we've checked the wells, and literally there's about 1 metre, maybe 4 feet depth of water down there.
But what we don't know is where that's drawing from, or whether
No, I know. We don't know if it will keep filling. We don't know
whether it's
how
any higher
high.
than that. We don't know if that's always how deep it is. It just keeps it 4 feet or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Until we've had a winter and a load of winter rain and snow.
Well, all I know is the one in Orihevitsa used to be right up, like on the ground. It was always full, pretty much near enough. It would only go down by about 6 feet in the summer. So.
Because I think the one at the top of the garden is a deeper well.
A deeper well. Yeah, because it does slightly go uphill. So yeah, you really have to think about, are you really going to use that much land? We've only got 1 acre of land, just under.
It's enough.
And to me, yeah,
it's definitely going to be enough.
Crazy enough.
But even then, again, being here this week is another thing we've looked at. We know that this is our main living area.
Yeah.
The main
I'm definitely going to have some salad stuff.
We know we need a bit of cover over there because as the sun comes in the morning, there's just nothing over there. We're sat in the trees at the moment, so we can get some shade.
Yeah. We've just moved the thermometer because it was on 48. Obviously, it only goes to 50. So
we put it back in the shade where it's safe.
Put it in the shade, yeah.
But in the shade, we know it goes to about 37 today. I think it's supposed to be 39 actually.
So yeah, obviously, if you want to have a small holding or cottage garden or whatever, I don't know, but you know, really think about, can you seriously manage it?
What are you going to do with it? I think is the key.
It's nice to have the land because, of course, you're not right next to anybody, which is really nice. But I'm just concerned that that's going to remain looking like a field of weeds.
I've got plans for it, but we need to be here to do it. There is absolutely no point
we
me
want to have
running
a tree
over
house.
If I could spend the day with the lawnmower running up and down there, for what? It's just a pointless waste of time at the moment.
But I think maybe the first time we've got it, we'll get somebody in with a tractor and
maybe just
if they can
chop
level
it all down
or
to
something.
start off with,
Yeah.
and then we'll take it from there.
Definitely. And I'm sure it'll be
we'll
fine. I'm sure it will be. But I think this week has shown me, just by the sheer amount of vegetation we've cut down. Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, but it's opened it up,
That's
isn't
a
it?
lot of
We've
work.
got a better
No,
idea.
I mean, it's a lot of work, and there's that. I haven't
think
even started with my
this
veggie garden.
This space here is a bit bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, it is.
Now that it's
It
cut
really
back
is,
and there's
yeah.
not encroaching on everything.
We wanted to
you
move
get an
these apple
idea.
trees because they're in the wrong place, really, for us. Because we wanted to put a
But
small.
they look a bit too
we want to put a
established.
small pool here, but we know that if we move them, they will definitely die. I mean, there's some lovely apples. I'm trying to-
But they're just huge. Let's have a look. Reaction.
Seriously, it's nice.
You have a very good actor. Thought it was nice. Granny Smithy.
It's Granny Smithy.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple more days. It's got a slight floury tinge to it. Flowery taste,
Take
texture.
your word for it.
Flowery texture.
That's right. I won't try it because I don't really like apples unless they're cooked in a crumble or a pie. Then they're really nice.
They'd be good for crumble. Look how lovely and white inside. Really nice.
Loads on
It's
there.
like, it's like green tinge.
There's loads on there. Don't want to waste them. You're going to start making your way through
No,
them.
there's not so many on this one. In fact, I can't
I
actually
think
see
they're all falling off.
any of them.
I was going to say that earlier. We need to probably shake this.
Shake,
Otherwise,
shake, shake,
shake the
shake,
tree, get them off.
shake, shake, shake.
Otherwise, it's going to rot here, aren't they? You can put a bucket outside or something. Everybody wants them. And the peaches. We tried one of the peaches the other day, didn't
Yeah, that was delicious.
we? Reach one.
Really nice. But unfortunately, the birds or bugs have been at them. So there are still quite a lot in there, and I think they'd probably be alright. I'd like to get a couple. So really nice. And then we've got persimmon, which is a really nice tree. Which
We've not really done
shaped.
anything with it before, have we, persimmon?
No, we'll have to look into it.
We know
Custard
the birds.
apple
We
we're
know the
doing
birds absolutely love it. But that's quite a nice sized tree as well. There's a lot of fruit on that as well. An awful lot of fruit. But two of the medlars, way more than we need. There's
Unfortunately,
a pear just over there as well. So,
unfortunately,
it's
the
nice.
cherry tree is
It's
not
nice.
not looking very healthy.
Oh, that one right there. No, it's
Yeah.
got to come down. Unfortunately.
I don't know, because
No, look at-
Diliana said it just needs cutting down, and it looks sick. I think it
does
looks
look-
dead. Quite
It does
honestly.
look dead.
So, what about our
Well, we
experience?
really have diverged from the original topic, which is windows are on order. What else have we been up to this week? Well, what did we do yesterday?
We realised, I'd read a couple of posts on Facebook where one person has had, it looks like they've had their house repossessed that they bought,
For non-payment of taxes.
and it seems they haven't paid their municipality taxes, the house tax and land tax or whatever. So the house, basically, the locks have all been changed, they can't get in. We don't know if that's the reason why, but people are assuming that is the reason why, and they're assuming that's the reason why. And a couple of other people have said, yeah, that happened to them too, because they hadn't paid back taxes. Now, I don't know how many years you have to not pay taxes for that to happen, but we wouldn't want to risk it, because anything can happen. You know, the best laid plans and all that, anything can happen. And even though, you know, we've got a buyer for our house, it could take 6 months, it could take a year, who knows, they could pull out, whatever. So we don't know when we'll be back here. So we thought, right, let's go along to the municipality and register for our house, and as us being the new owners for it. So we went to Stara Zagora, and because we knew where that office was from before, and she said, no, you've got to register in Cherpan. So you register your electric in Stara Zagora, and your water in Stara Zagora, but the municipality Obstina tax has to be in Cherpan. So somebody on Facebook let me know where the office was in Cherpan, so thank you very much for that. And we went there yesterday, and what are you watching now?
I think there's an eagle just above the tree. I can see it.
How can you concentrate if you're going to keep looking out at birds?
Can't help it. It's there.
You make me lose my way.
That's right.
Right.
You went to the Obstina at Cherpan.
So we went to the Obstina in Cherpan and saw the first. We chose the first cashier, and that happened to be the correct one. The camera.
My God.
I don't know. Babe,
That's
come
an eagle. That's an
on.
eagle.
This is rolling.
Use the camera. Sorry. There's a short-toed eagle.
Oh, cool.
Just up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no
Stop it
bloody-
then.
Well, there's no point there, is there?
Stop it then, it's hovering. Quick.